Okay, so I mean, I think first question on everybody's mind is, you know, you see a title like Jane the Virgin, and we don't see a lot of representation of characters like that on TV.
True.
So what went through your mind when you read the script? I mean, where did you find inspiration or relatability?
Well, you know what's crazy is that when I read the script, I found immediate relatability.
Okay.
I finally found a girl that was written to have upstanding morals, to be fighting for what she loves, what she dreams in, and to have no shame in that, and no fear of being the kind of woman that she wants to be, of setting out this plan in her life and attacking it. And so for me, I was like, I seldom get the opportunity to play characters like this, women so strong, and especially like as a woman of color, they're not offered very often or written because they believe that women of color, their conversations are different. Well, they're not. And I think that's what's so awesome about Jane is that Jane can be white, black, Hispanic, Asian, Middle Eastern. It does not matter. Jane is a girl that's going after her dreams. Jane is a girl fighting for her career, fighting for her family, fighting for the man that she loves. And that is it. And that is relatability. And that is, and you know, also I'm not Hollywood. Like the perception of what people think, I am Hollywood now, huh? No, but I mean, like, I'm not the perception of what people see when they see the magazines. Well, that needs to change. Because it needs to start reflecting reality a lot more. And I know growing up, my sense of belonging lacked because I didn't see myself in the places that I wish I belonged. Now, when we start seeing ourselves in the places that we belong, and not only that, seeing stories that we haven't seen before, or seeing stories that we've seen before that have not been told by these faces, we start to be like, there I am.
Right.
I belong. And that kind of belonging frees people. And I wanna free people. Girl.
Wow. But I mean, it's interesting that you say, you know, she could be black, she could be Asian, she could be all these things, because the character could be, but the show is very much set in the world of telenovelas, and it's based on a telenovela.
Yeah.
Did you draw any inspiration from the original show?
So I know, I got to, which was also via social media, I got to meet the original Juana la Virgen, which is Danielle Alvarado, and I love her. She's fantastic. She was much younger when she did the show. The premise of the show was a teenage. You know, Jenny Erman, our amazing creator, is brilliant, and she makes really strong women roles, really strong women-driven shows. So, few things were taken from the original telenovela. But I mean, I think about television, and I look at television today, you know, I look at TV shows like Revenge, the 100, I mean, even supernatural shows, they're very heightened reality.
Yeah, of course.
It's very telenovela without saying it's a telenovela.
Right.
So what's beautiful about our show is that, yes, it's based off of an original telenovela. It has the same format in the sense that it's packed with like lots of storylines and lots of drama consists in a very small amount of time, but that's kind of our life, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, if you see my life today, it's a lot of drama.
Well, that's good to know, because
right? Because it's
I feel like it also lends itself to the, you know, authenticity of whatever it is that's going on. I mean, you have a character that's dealing with cancer. You have characters that are, you know, dealing with job issues and family issues.
Teenage mom, matriarch grandmother.
Right.
We have a gold digging, you know, wife, which her fear, and it's funny because Jenny puts a spin on everything. It's not like she's a gold digger, she wants money. She has this pressure from her own mother, and it's this pressure to succeed, and it's like, so her desire to go and want money is not for the riches, but for this concept she's trying to live up to that she doesn't, you know, so everybody has their own thing that they're going after. And now the idea of the show being spoken by a Latina face, people tend to say, well, then it's a Latino show. What it does do, it's to say it's a Latino show is fantastic and a blessing, but it also limits the Latino experience. Because Latinos in America have felt and feel everything everybody else does. Go through everything everybody else does in other countries or here.
Right.
The idea that my grandmother speaks to me in Spanish and I respond in English, that's a very new, revolutionary concept. Because that's the way I grew up.
Right.
My grandma was like, ¿Qué estás haciendo? Grandma, I was just with my friends, you know? And so to expose a demographic of people that have not been spoken to, which is me. Nobody was talking to me about my experience.
Right.
Nobody was saying that my experience was okay and was right and was normal and was modern and was, you know. The truth is it is.
Yeah.
If you put a sheet in front of me and say, Gina, tell me about yourself. Hi, my name is Gina. I grew up in Chicago. I have 2 older sisters. I love to dance. I wanted to be an actress, so I decided to go to NYU School of the Arts. And then I went out to LA to follow my dream. My older sister's an investment banker. My other sister's a doctor. What ethnicity am I?
Well, it depends on who you ask, because that's the thing. Like, I wouldn't assume, but a lot of people would.
But our perception, right?
Yeah.
So our perception is, the perception that we see in the media is, there's no way that's a brown girl story. There's no way. She has an investment banker sister and a doctor's sister. I'm sorry, what? She went to college, a 4-year college, one of the best, theater schools in the country. They need to know that story, and that story is not new. That story is not new.
Right.
That's some other girl's story that doesn't have my same skin color. That could be white, that could be black, that could be Asian. That's every girl's story.
Right.
So the fact that we get pigeonholed into the stories have to be our stories. No, guess what? We're human. Our stories are all the same. The way we relate is all the same. The only thing that's different is that my grandma speaks Spanish and yours is Italian.
Right.
And my grandma speaks Spanish and your grandma is from New Orleans. Like, whatever it may be. I eat rice and beans, you eat pasta.
Right. Right.
So it's these little tiny cultural differences that shouldn't divide us, but instead open up doors to make us say, oh, now I know about you a little bit more. Now I know better that actually we are all seeking the same thing: love, friendship, happiness, career, success. And so that's why I feel like we shouldn't limit it, but at the same time we shouldn't feel that calling it a Latino show is a bad thing either.
Right.
It's those two sides of the coin, because it is a mainstream show that anybody will be able to relate to. It's also a show that people haven't seen this face tell before. So it's those two things.